Hello and welcome back for the whiskey. My name is Mark and this is another whiskey review. Today I'm going to be doing a review of a sample that my friend John brought back from his distillery tour of the west coast of the Highlands from last year, where he visited several distilleries and he brought back the driver's drams. So the sample he's given me, which I want to try today, is the Ben Nevis 10-year-old single malt whiskey bottled at 46% ABV. So Ben Nevis Distillery is owned by the Asahi Holdings Group, Asahi Group Holdings Limited, who own Nikka, the Japanese whiskey. I won't go there. A lot of controversy over the last few years. Won't go there, but Ben Nevis 10-year-old single malt whiskey. The last Ben Nevis whiskey I had was this from Scotch Malt Whisky Society, Wham Bam Festive Dram, an 11-year-old bottled at 58.8, I think that says, percent ABV, which was last year's one of their festive drams. If you want us to do a review of this, let us know in the comments. I haven't actually tried that many Ben Nevises. I did do a review of the MacDonalds Glencoe 8-year-old, which is a cask strength release. So if I can find that, I'll link it up there for you to have a look at. That was a nice whiskey, and I'd love to get hold of it again. However, it seems impossible. I don't know if they've discontinued it. It occasionally pops up at auction. So the Ben Nevis 10-year-old single malt whiskey, it is non-chill filtered. It is natural colour. On that subject, natural colour, I had this rant the other week. Certain websites have got their information wrong. Correct it. Might be out of stock, doesn't matter. Correct it. It is a blend of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. I say a bottle of 46% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour. Retails for around about £55 online. It's widely available from the smaller retailers. The likes of Moss's Malt have it in stock. However, it does drop out of stock really quickly and it seems to take a while to get back in. But Ben Nevis is a small distillery. On the nose, what do we think? Well, immediately I'm getting some delicate smoke, which, if you look at the official tasting notes on the Ben Nevis website, they don't mention smoke. In fact, if you have a look at some of the review comments, people say it's unsmoked, unpeated, but there is some light peat smoke there. So for confirmation, for those people who want to know, is it or isn't it? It is. It's lightly peated. It's just there, just delicate. So it's quite floral. It's not massively fragrant. It's not jumping out of the glass. It's honey and citrus, toffee. I'm not getting any hints of sherry at all on the nose, none. And then you've got that kind of delicate smoke, which it's not an ash. It's not like a char. It's kind of like a lingering smoke that lingers after a fire's been out for a little while. On the palate, what do I think? Citrus, honey, caramel, more toffee, spice, pepper spice, kind of. I wouldn't say it's quite black pepper. It's almost a black pepper. And the spice is actually quite delicate. It's not an in-your-face whiskey. And that peat, that smoke, has gone. I'm not getting it on the palate at all, even though it's there in the nose. It's creamy. I'm not getting hints of chocolate, which is what the official taste notes would suggest. I'm not really getting the orange that I suppose it suggests as well. So I'm going to put a drop of water in there. Let's see if we can get any of those smoky notes to reveal themselves on the palate, because I ain't getting any. Which you can probably tell, it is not, as I mentioned earlier, not a heavily peated whiskey at all. With water on the nose, it's more floral than it was before. It is jumping out of the glass. It seems to have woke up. There's malt, barley sugar, honey, definitely, vanilla. That smoke is completely gone, which is now making me doubt that there's any smoke in here. Hence, maybe why the comments are saying there's no smoke, there's no peat. It's a very deceptive dram. Cereal notes, which would be the barley, I suppose I mentioned, barley sugar. It's a lovely dram. The palate doesn't do the nose justice, or it didn't. Let's see what's like on the palate with the water. Cheers. That's better. It's sweet. It's honey. It's got that barley sugar now popping up. There is some citrus oil there. I wouldn't say it was orange. It's definitely there. From what I would say, I'd have said this was a fully ex-bourbon maturation. I'm not getting any sherry. So online, the Ben Nevis website doesn't say anything about what the maturation is for this cask, for what this whiskey is. Retailers don't seem to mention it at all. You have to do a lot of digging to find out what type of cask it is, and the jury's out, I suppose. If you visit the distillery and ask the question, they will tell you what the maturation is. But I'm not getting any sherry. This is, for all intents and purposes, a bourbon maturation. Would I buy a bottle for £55? It is nice. But just like the Scapatena I reviewed last, it doesn't do anything differently. There's nothing jumping out at me that makes me go, wow, this is unique, this is different, this is offering something I can't get in another whiskey. Granted, ex-bourbon casks, you're going to be very limited for the profiles. You are looking very much at a unique distillery character coming through, which this I'm sure has. I've not experienced many Ben Nevises to say what their character would be. As I say, it's competent, it's pleasant, it's very tasty. If I received a bottle as a present, I would appreciate it and I would drink it. I wouldn't necessarily spend my own money on one. Which is the advantages of these kind of samples. They give you the opportunity to try something without commitment. It has been a bottle I would have bought in the past, and who knows what the future is going to bring. I do think this is going to be outstanding as a cask strength offering. So maybe they need to consider doing that and bringing out a cask strength edition of this whiskey. So the value score, it's 94 out of 100, which isn't too shabby. The price per year at £5.5 per year of maturation is what's brought the score down a little bit there. But yeah, that's an okay whiskey. Laters. Hey you guys! So I'm back. After I did that review, I just sat back and had a bit more of this whiskey. And I held it on my mouth a bit longer. And I was getting sulphurous notes, kind of rubber. Not massively, just enough to make me think that there could be a tiny amount of sherry in, because those sulphurous notes can be quite indicative of sherry cask influence. And also on the note, on the palate, was coming through little bits of earthy peat, little bits of earthy smoke was popping through there. Interesting. Right. I'm going to put a drop of water in this. I'm going to pour the remainder of the sample in there and have a drop of water. So my water measure here, it's from